Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. I do some Ubering and a little bit of YouTube from time to time. And what kind of market do you work in doing your Ubering? That has a big to do with what we're talking about, what I've been talking about. Market, market, market. Oh my gosh. I'm reading some comments here today that I've been going over, and it does. A lot of this has to do with where you work at. And I'm going to give you some examples today. So if you're new here, hang on to the end of this video. Let's see if we can kind of nail some of this down for you guys. It's market. This is subject today is the market that you're working in. It has so much to do with this. All right. I'm going to read a comment here that I got from a gentleman. I was going to do this video on something else. But when I got down through the comments today and I was going down, I come across this one comment. All right. Calling me a total fraud. All right. We're going to talk about this today, okay? So let me get into this a little bit. And again, hang on to the end of the video. If you're new here, some of the comments that I get in my videos are you can tell. I saw one earlier on an older video that you could tell the person only watched the first 3 minutes or so. They said that and didn't catch on to what the whole video was about. So if you're new, hang on to the end of this. See if I can answer some of your questions or maybe say something that's right for you or trigger a comment from you that I can get you an answer for. Let me go down this one here because when I read the first line, I started kind of chuckling about it. It was, here we go. I'm just going to get into it. Here we go. So I'm going to give you the name of the person that this comes from. This is from a handle of Jason Trumbull. Jason Trumbull 0000. All right, this was 6 days ago, and I just come across this one. Total fraud, all right? Sorry to say, I have 3,000 deliveries. I'm a 4.99 customer rating, 100% satisfaction rate, 0 cancellation rate, double the points needed for diamond. I consider myself a top tier, all right? All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stats. I'll hand it to you. No. I welcome everyone into my vehicle. And we're talking about, I did a video the other day on, or some time back about how to make extra tips, how to make extra money. I do that from time to time because I want people out there to learn the little tricks, the little things that I've done over the years to make that extra money. All right. And I can do that for you if you just listen. But here, this guy read it out, okay? I welcome everyone into my vehicle, which is always clean, smells great. Hang on to that smells great here for a second, okay? Even after 20 plus weed smokers and cigarette smokers in my vehicle have 3 different sprays to make sure, 3 different sprays to make sure, to make sure it always smells fresh. 20 weed smokers and all those cigarette smokers, I don't know about that. I'm following your playbook to a T. I also rented a Tesla before now. I have the Nissan Rogue. You're not doing anything different than I'm doing, and I'm not doing anything different than you are. Maybe it's the different market. All right. And it is, all right? Market has a lot to do, and I've said that in so many videos, that market has a lot to do with what I say and what you can do, all right? Which is it? The market. But I do everything right day in and day out, and I'm not seeing results you claim to see. Imagine that. I can imagine that because I've talked about it before. All right. It's the market you're in. All right. I'm in a good market. I could go right now. I'm in Florida, Florida. I could go right now over to Orlando, Tampa, Miami, West Palm Beach, Pensacola. I could go to those markets and probably not do what I could do over here. All right. Or where I am at. All right. Market has a lot to do with your results. But after 20 weed smokers and cigarette smokers, no weed has ever been smoked in this vehicle. No cigarettes will ever be smoked in this vehicle. All right. All right. If you can do that and still make your, see, here's what happens. And people get used to a smell. All right. You can get used to a smell in your vehicle because you're in it all day long. There's, and you don't realize that people get in the vehicle and they smell something that you don't. That's just a fact. That's the way life is. Take it from an old man that's been in and out of a lot of vehicles in life. I can get in someone else's vehicle and I can smell the smells that they're not familiar with or not keying up on. All right. It happens. All right. That's just a fact. The market you're in, though, is what is the key. Now, if you're in a market where it's a big city, all right, you can make some money. You can clean up. But don't let people smoke weed. Don't let people smoke cigarettes in your vehicle. Because even though you can spray and do all the little things that I do, all right, and you can get this now, go to my description or go to the channel and go to the shopping, the store, and you can buy these, okay, because they are damn hard to find, but they work so well. That and the other, and it's the Hula Breeze. I've talked about this before. It's the Honeyberry Hula Gain. All right, I have tried so many different smell good things in vehicles. This is the one that gets people to react. All right, when I do this and I do it right, I've told you before, the smell is so important because why? It's the first thing that's going to happen when people get in your vehicle. They're going to breathe. They're going to smell your car when they sit down in your back seat. They're going to take a breath, all right? And that impression, I don't want to get hung up on the smell, but it is important. Talking is important. I've gone through the list. There's videos on here recently talking about this. So if you're having a problem making some extra money, it could be some of these things, all right? But this guy is going out and rented the Tesla. He's doing everything I've told him to do. The electric right now, to me, is the best way to go with the gas prices the way they are. They're not going to be coming down anytime soon. It's not going to happen, guys. I pay attention to the news so you don't have to. But take care of certain little things, and it'll help you whatever market you're in. I don't care. I don't care if you're working out in the sticks. I don't care where you're working at. A lot of times, the first thing I get out of people when they get in the vehicle is, wow, this smells good in here. Yes, it does. And I'm going to make sure it stays that way. I'm not letting weed smokers. I'm not letting, if you got to smoke some weed, you let me know and you're from California or from someplace that's legal and you want to, need to make a stop real quick and get a few hits. I'll stop the vehicle for you. I'll let you get out for a minute, get you a few hits. I don't get into all that. The question, though, is what kind of market do you work in? That's how you make money. If you're not in a good market, go work another market. I mean, go to where I've told this before. I don't know if I should keep repeating it. If you have to drive 45 minutes to go to a great market, to work busy area where there's nice hotels, there's nice restaurants, there's nice amusement parks, whatever you have to do, if you have to go over there to work your day, to work your shift, go over there and concentrate on that area. Don't let Uber take you away from that area. That's your focus. That's how you kick it to another level. You got to learn the area that you want to work in and go work it. It's not hard to make money. I've expressed that. If you're doing certain things, it's not hard to make money on Uber. You just got to be sociable, friendly, hospitable, helpful. How many words do you want me to keep naming off? I mean, that's the attitude that you want to have when you got peeps in your car. And as long as you're doing those certain things, and the smell, I've gone down the list. There's videos on here, tons of them, in fact, that talk about this. So when I get a comment like this and saying, that total fraud, it got my attention. Of course it did. Because you can call me a fraud. I've been called, that I work for Avis and I work for Uber. To get people to go out and rent cars. I've been accused of this stuff many a times, all right? No, from your lips to God's ears, I've said many a times too. I wish they would pay me a little bit. I'll talk about it because it works. The rental program works if you're in a good market where you can work it. Let's put it that way, okay? I'm not going to say everybody can go out and do this. But the response that I've been getting from the channel, from so many people that have gone out and rented a vehicle and have put into process what I have talked about, they're making money. All right. So yeah, okay, you're in a bad market. Get out of the market. Go somewhere else. Do something else, or get another job. Don't even do Uber. If you can't make this work in your market, what I talk about, you just need to go find another job. You're not able to do the little stuff that I talk about. You don't have the ability, let's just say, because I've talked about before. Everyone, it's hard. It's not hard. It's just everyone it can't do what I do. All right. And I guess sometimes that comes down to running my mouth. Just flat out. You get in my vehicle, we're going to have a good time. I want to make sure you have a good time. I don't care who you are. If I'm picking up at Walmart or I'm picking up at one of the nice resort areas, we're going to have a good time on the ride. That's what I try for, because I want to have a good time. And I'm not going to get all out here in drudgery and all that kind of stuff. It's not going to happen. Anyway, have a good time. Subscribe. I know there was another comment I was going to go to, but I saw that this video is getting a little longer than I intended for it to get. So I'm not going to do that to you. All right. I'll do another video on that subject. But anyway, Daddy-O out for the day. You guys have a good afternoon. Check your market. That's what makes this all come together. All right. And gas prices are not coming down to where they used to be. We may never, ever see that again for a while. All right. So you guys that are driving gas vehicles, I feel for you. I'll just say that. Anyway, Daddy-O out for the day. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening. Bye.